Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of whatever the hell that show is called. I originally thought it was going to be called The Undefeated, but Noah has a better name for that. We want to explain the name that we're going to have for our show.
You just called me out on the spot. No. I want to call us the Sports Dicks, but there's a reason besides just, us. I mean, no, we're just a bunch of dicks.
Bro, we're not going to
That's honestly, but that's true though.
It would be sponsors. I want sponsors, okay?
He wants that cash money stack.
Cash money like Birdman out
You
here, bro.
gamble. What do you mean? You want
Bro, who cares? I want more.
Gamble and get off that DQ money. Yeah.
Shut up. All right. So basically, the show's gonna be. I don't know what the hell the show's gonna call. We'll find out later on. But this show's basically gonna be. We're gonna talk about sports and rap and basically everything. I know Noah said this before we got interrupted earlier, but we're three white dudes talking about all this stuff. So yeah. And also, we can say fuck, so I can't wait. I'm so excited to say that. We can't say that on a normal show, and I'm so excited I can actually say it. So, you guys ready for this, whatever?
Absolutely, dude. I'm so hyped. I'm using my privileges. I don't give a shit.
Dude,
like,
demonetization is
fuck off.
going crazy. All right, so this game's going to hurt a little bit to talk about, but so the Patriots and Dolphins game happened.
Yes, sir. I put Kenyon Drake in. I took him out. I was in fantasy. I got him off the free agent market. I put him on my team, and he got me in my money league into the playoffs. So I don't have to pay $40 to get into the league. That is fire. Fuck the Patriots. I fucking hate them more than anybody.
What you mean, bro?
And
don't you
thank you, Kenyon Drake.
I think honestly it was luck. It was pure.
It was luck.
It was pure luck.
It was luck, but I guess we now learn that Gronk can't.
Gronk can't play
He
defense.
plays offense. He's a tight end. He's not supposed to tackle.
He took
What are you
he
talking about?
took the worst angle in
He's
NFL
an offensive
history.
player.
I'm sorry.
Still had him in defense.
You see wide receivers all the time making defensive plays.
Yeah,
Why is Bill
exactly.
Belichick doing that though? Honestly.
Because they thought they were gonna go for a Hail Mary, and Gronk would absolutely go up one hand, spike the shit out of the ball, and then shuck somebody's dick off. That's what would happen.
Why that?
I don't know.
Why that? All right. So anyway, I don't understand the move though, because Rob Gronkowski, he's known to not play good defense. We've seen all right. So a couple of years ago,
I mean, he's a slow tight end.
Yeah,
He's
a couple years ago,
white dude.
he was playing the very end of the game, and he choked it. He let a guy blow right by him, and they scored a touchdown, won the game. I think it was against I don't even know who it was, but it was against some team. But he's known to not play good defense. It's just. He's known not to be able to tackle and run and be able to actually do good.
Because they thought he was just going to be able to jump up, knock the ball down. That's who he was playing for. And then the rest of the other 10 guys would be able to fucking, tackle somebody. But I guess not. So we'll find out.
But it's kind of sad that everyone's the Patriots are still 9-4. We're not doing that bad this year, but we're not doing great. I mean, I can see slippage from everybody on the team, but
everybody kind of slipped this week.
Yeah, in the hunt teams are really coming up. They're on the heels, especially in the AFC.
I was gonna say an NFC team that's on the hunt right now. I don't like saying this team's on the hunt, but the Cowboys. So they beat the Eagles last.
Amari Cooper, greatest in-season trade of all time.
I put him on my team this week, and oh man.
When this first happened, me and Chris were both like, this is gonna be big for the Cowboys.
Okay,
and
I think
George was the one.
I was wrong. I will agree. I was wrong. It was a great fucking acquisition, and that just proves that John Gruden may be the shittiest coach in the NFL. That's what it proves.
I'll still say this is his first season back.
I don't give a shit. He's still Spider 2Y banana my ass. He can't do shit.
You're wrong. Good. Remember, I said that John Gruden was gonna be a good coach. I was so wrong. I was wrong.
And remember when everyone doubted Patrick Mahomes was a mainstay, and I was the one that jumped on.
No, we did. We doubted him a little bit in the beginning of the season. He said he was gonna be. Noah said he was gonna be a star, and he was right. He was 100% fucking right. Definite. If he was an actual fucking rookie. Instead of them playing Alex Smith, who would be Rookie of the Year, he's an MVP candidate. I don't think he's gonna win. I still think Drew Brees gets the nod. Just because
it's gonna be close.
There's a little bit about it's definitely gonna be a good race.
I still got Drew Brees.
Yeah, I got Drew Brees too.
Are Rams still Super Bowl contenders?
No.
What?
No.
Oh my god.
They never were.
No. The
Saints are gonna win.
The fuck are you
The
talking
Saints are
about?
gonna beat
No.
the Rams. This ain't about-
The Saints lost to the Cowboys 13-10. Everybody's like, oh my god. The Saints. Nobody said that about the Saints. They're like, all right, the Saints are still a good ass team. They're still gonna.
Did the Rams
be
get
close.
absolutely
The
butt
Rams-
fucked by the
the
Bears
Rams-
on Sunday Night Football
The-
from Millions? Yes, they did. Where
Okay,
was Jared Goff at?
The Bears.
Nowhere.
Okay, the Bears are still a fucking better team than the Cowboys.
Todd Gurley,
The-
28 yards rushing.
All right, they had a fucking bad game. They had a bad game.
I
It
will.
fucking
I have
happened.
to agree with George on this. Even though in the NFC playoffs, I feel like the Saints will beat the Rams, and the Rams will not be a Super Bowl contender this year.
I think they're a contender. I don't know if they're going to go to the Super Bowl, but I think they're a team that could be in the Super Bowl. I think they are a contender. Let's see the teams that are contending in the.
And honestly, I think the Cowboys could beat the Rams.
Fucking
No,
bullshit.
no.
No, fucking bullshit.
No.
And I'll tell you why.
No,
It's
don't ever
because
say that again.
Dak
Really?
may have gotten 450 yards against the shitty ass Eagles who don't have a fucking defense worth a damn. Like, rip the Eagles dynasty 2017 to 2018. Fucking
The
rip.
biggest downfall
Okay?
of all time. That
Biggest-
shit fell
Hey,
far.
do you think Doug Peterson peaked? Do you think he
No, it's not Doug-
wrote that book
How-
right after the Super Bowl?
Okay.
He peaked
How many
life.
fucking Eagles players are injured though? Like we gotta ask that question. Carson Wentz came back from injury and he's been a fucking like not a bum.
Statistically, he's been the same as he was last year.
It doesn't look like it.
It
Jay-
doesn't.
Jay Ajayi got hurt. He's been a fucking bum since he went to Philly, except for in the playoffs.
I mean, the first
And then-
few games, Ajayi was played really well, but then he fell off the map.
Think about it. Like Fletcher Cox has been playing like shit. We're not gonna lie. Benny Curry went away. LeGarrette Blunt went away. So who's the running back? Like fucking. It's that tiny.
Darren
ass dude.
Sproles.
Yeah.
He's the receiving back.
It's like the Lions having Theo Riddick for all of those years. Like he's never gonna. They didn't get 100-yard rushings for like what, like a decade?
5 years, I think. I don't even know.
No, it was. I think they had it from 2004 to this year. It was like 14
Really?
years.
Hey, no, what was it?
How-
The last running back to have 100 yards before the season.
2004,
Was like, what,
wasn't it?
2013? I remember it was.
No, it was 2004.
Remember, I thought, what's his name? Reggie Bush had 100 yards.
In
With all
2000.
this.
I don't think he got.
You know, we're
100
gonna
yards.
stat check this, guys. Give me like.
We are going.
We're gonna take a 30-second commercial
figure
break.
it out.
30-second commercial break with no commercials.
We're just gonna talk a bunch of crap.
All right. Well, all I know
We
is
have no ad
last
revenue.
running back. What? We have no
We
advertising.
have no ad revenue.
No. The thing
Oh, we're
is,
definitely
the
not.
Lions are bum ass. So let's just put that out there. The Lions are playing like a fucking.
I will
bums.
say, and I'll tell you why. And this is why I'm gonna see this. I get people. I know nobody from Detroit's gonna listen to this, so fuck that. But the Lions need to trade some of our veterans, and we need to trade away Matthew Stafford and start.
So you
anew.
can tank. So you can tank. No, if
No,
you
I'll
trade
tell you what.
Matthew
I'll
Stafford,
tell you
you're gonna
what.
tank.
Or
And I don't
you
see
could
that as
sign
bad.
Tyrod Taylor.
No, and I don't see. Yes, but my
Diversity.
reason is the veterans have not bought in with Matt Patricia. The Lions have had too many coaching changes the past few years, so they need to buy in with Matt Patricia. But the veterans do not like him, so the Lions organization needs to get rid of some of the veterans, get some young players.
Okay, but let's think about this too. Other than Ziggy Ansah, who's been hurt a lot, and Darius Slay, who the fuck is on that Lions defense?
Nobody.
Yeah.
They have nobody to play linebacker. They have nobody at the core defensive line, and Ziggy Ansah's hurt, so they have nobody in the front seven.
have Darius
And then they have
Ziggy
Darius
Ansah's
Slay, but
gotta-
Darius Slay can't be a whole fucking secondary.
Uh,
And Ziggy Ansah's
Quinn.
been like on
Quinn's
and
pretty
off.
good.
Quinn's been falling off. though.
Quinn,
It's
yeah,
not
but
good.
Quinn's old as shit, dude. I'm sorry to say it, Quinn's old as shit. And then you have Stafford, who's I mean,
honestly,
he-
I could see Stafford to the Redskins or to the Cardinals.
he won't. He'll go to a
with the
contending
Redskins.
team. I could see the Redskins.
Alex Smith, you think he's gonna replace him?
Alex Smith isn't
Alex
a
Smith
good quarterback.
might never play again. We don't know. He's like he had that Ryan Shazier kind of injury where that could be like his career end. And it was like on the Joe Theismann, like the same day to the year, 33 years, like that Joe Theismann got.
My one thing is the automatic replacement for Stafford and the Lions would be Matt Castle.
Matt Castle.
Matt
That's
Castle.
not a good of a replacement.
I mean, we cut Jake Rudock, which we shouldn't have done. because he's a good young quarterback.
Well, I mean, I think that's what, I mean, there's Landry Jones floating out there because I know the
Yes.
Steelers cut him to get Josh Dobbs. And you
Tyrod
know,
Taylor is a
Tyrod
good
Taylor's
guy.
out there.
Teddy
You could see-
Bridgewater.
And
you
I'm
could-
someone-
yeah, that's what I was about to say. We'll see what Teddy Bridgewater's doing over in New Orleans after Drew Brees had a MVP caliber season.
And I'm also, and when this first happened, I wasn't really on the big Kaepernick thing. Now I think he needs to come back.
Yeah.
I'm
I
honestly
could agree.
give this man another chance.
Yeah, but I
because I feel like
Detroit's a city where you're gonna get blown the fuck up. So we'll just see how many white people. get mad.
or we draft a quarterback because we have
Okay,
there are
this-
decent quarterbacks coming up in these next few drafts.
Not this draft. This draft is a shitty quarterback draft. There's one guy, Justin Herbert, out of Oregon. I've looked at it. There's Justin Herbert out of Oregon.
Yeah, the Lions
who
I think the
looks-
Lions should draft him.
But no, he's gonna go top 2. He's gonna get drafted by like the Giants.
I think the Lions should trade
And
up in the draft.
I don't think that the Lions have the assets to trade up in the draft. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I think they wait another year. I think you have because
If they trade-
There's also guys like Dwayne Haskins and there's Will Greer out of
West
Virginia, and there's like Drew Lock.
But they're all good, capable quarterbacks.
No, they're not.
You don't think Dwayne Haskins, Heisman candidate, could make
Dwayne
it?
Haskins? Okay, Dwayne Haskins has played one good season. Let's face
Well, it's because he
facts.
has been starter for like one season.
Exactly, but why is he only getting a starter now? When last year was JT Barrett and he wasn't that good.
JT Barrett was a pretty good.
I mean, he was
All
okay.
of
We'll
since
see.
2011, every single Ohio State quarterback has been close to a Heisman candidate.
But what I'm saying is that this is, and the experts will tell you, this is not a good quarterback. Not
No,
shaping up
it's.
to be a
I don't
good
believe it
quarterback
is.
draft. And what I think is maybe you wait another year because we saw what happened was there was a bad quarterback. It always seems there's a bad quarterback draft and then a good quarterback draft because last year was a good ass quarterback draft.
Oh.
Let's just fucking go over Baker Mayfield. Looks like could be a rookie of the year candidate, right?
Could be.
Could be.
Nick Chubb is up there too. now.
Nick Chubb. Oh yeah, but that's a running back.
That's true. But
I'm talking straight up quarterbacks, okay? Sam Darnold looks decent. He's on a shitty fucking team that just have no fucking talent.
Jets are terrible.
And thank God they got rid of Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
I gotta say this. This is the funniest thing. Mark Sanchez is my little brother's favorite player.
Why?
Ew.
I don't know why.
Tell him to. Oh my
And the
god.
Jets are his favorite team. So every fucking time that
you're a
he
Knicks
says
fan, so that
Mark
makes sense.
Sanchez, so every fucking time he says Mark Sanchez, I'll pull up a clip of the Buffalo boy, and he will go fucking berserk.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Mark Sanchez,
yeah,
he was on the Redskins.
Mark Sanchez,
Is he on the Redskins
yeah,
now?
the Redskins
Playing.
got raped.
He was
The
bad.
Redskins.
40-0. Like
40-0 in the fourth quarter, and then they put in Jack Johnson or something like that, and they got 12 points. So Mark Sanchez is a fucking bum.
He's so trash.
Anyways, but seriously though, I think that the Jets picking up Sam Darnold was good. Let's see, Josh Rosen has played kind of like shit, but then again, who's on that Cardinals team? Like David Johnson's not as good after that injury. He's been shit, and they have nobody else on.
Larry
I feel bad
Fitzgerald,
for
but
Larry
he's
Fitzgerald.
so old
Yeah,
that
he's still he's the best receiver on that team. I feel so bad for Larry Fitzgerald. Honestly,
I mean, he's so close some of these years.
I
but he
know.
couldn't get the ring.
I know.
Is he gonna retire after this year?
He still looked fucking good.
He still looks good, but something tells me he's slower.
Yeah.
Now he's
Well, you know what? I mean, I can't exactly say that I wanted him to win that ring the one year he did go to the Super Bowl because he played my Steelers, and I'll take that sixth ring all day. But
there's
I
something
mean,
about
honestly, he kind of deserved it.
I feel like
one of
Larry
those years.
Fitzgerald should go to like a winning team after the season.
Yeah,
I feel like
I want him to go to a winning team.
should he? Is he a free agent after this?
I think
He is.
he might be. Yeah.
He is?
He is.
Okay, then he needs to sign a 1 to 2 year deal with. I could see him going to the Rams.
I could see him going to the Patriots.
I could see him going to the Rams. I could see
No,
him going to
I
the
could see him
Patriots.
in New England.
I could see him in New Orleans.
No, I'm actually picturing him in a New England jersey.
Yeah, I could
sadly.
see that.
As much as I fucking hate the Patriots, which I hate them so fucking much.
It's like
Which
it's
we're
like
gonna
seeing
get-
Manny Machado in a Yankees
You're gonna hate me in a
uniform.
minute.
Exactly,
when I bring this
exactly.
topic.
Like the same way I could see Manny Machado in a fucking Yankees jersey. I fucking hate the Yankees. I'm a Red Sox fan, so I fucking hate the Yankees more than anything. But I can
Yankees
see
are
Manny
terrible.
Machado in a fucking
If you're a
Yankees
Yankees,
jersey.
if you're a Yankees fan, how could you be a Yankees fan? Your life is bad. You need a kid.
Well, I mean, they do have 27 championships, so you can't talk that much shit.
But they all won like old back in the day.
No, they won in 2009.
How? Okay, 2009. Where are the 26 other ones at?
In the 1990s, the 1980s, the 1970s, 1960s, the 1950s, the 1940s, the 1930s.
Hey, let's not talk about. Let's talk about 2018 World Series winner, Boston Red Sox.
I don't want to drag too much, but fuck the Yankees, fuck the Astros, and fuck the Dodgers. Straight up the house. Manny Machado can go to hell. Fuck them all. Red Sox 2018 champions.
Dude, we're gonna have to cut that one down.
Yeah, we're not audio.
Anyways,
it's all good.
Anyway, back to football.
Maybe Steve Pierce, maybe my dad, but other than that,
Steve Pierce is the daddy.
Nathan Eovaldi back. Steve Pierce back.
Yes, sir. They're obviously
sir.
They're getting rid of Kimbrel, which is kind of sad.
Did we just switch from football to baseball in like
We
a
did.
millisecond?
I'm gonna bring it back. So let's talk about the Steelers game.
No, fuck
Yes,
yourself.
sir.
All right.
Steelers. The Rams. Raiders beat the Steelers
Okay.
24.
The Raiders
let me
beat
go.
the
Time out.
Steelers.
What happened, George?
Let me go on a fucking rant.
What happened?
Mike Tomlin, the fuck are you doing? Okay, every single year you can look back. Every single year that you've been a head coach, they've lost to a shitty team. Every single year without
play down the
fail.
competition.
I fucking called they were gonna lose to the Raiders. You're a fucking. What are you doing, you bum ass bitch? Le'Veon Bell left us like like a single testicle squid that he fucking is. He fucking left us hanging for no reason. Fat fuck Ben Roethlisberger can't seem to do shit anymore. Antonio Brown, the fucking diva that he is getting shown up by a second-year Juju Smith-Schuster. The hell are you doing? James Conner can't fucking go 20 yards out fumbling the damn football. Like, dude, it was in the fucking it was in a Broncos game. He was running down the field. He got hit, not even on the ball side. The ball goes 20 yards straight up into the fucking air, and the Broncos recover it. We lose the fucking game because fat fuck Ben Roethlisberger decides to throw it to a fucking D tackle, and the 35's not even in the fucking area. He threw a pick to a defensive tackle.
Bro,
How do you throw a pick to a defensive tackle unless your name is fucking Mark Sanchez?
Dude,
Okay,
I won $30 from gambling on
I'm
this game.
fucking done. And Artie Burns, all he does is get fucking burnt. He needs to get cut and go straight to
Artie
fucking
Burns.
hell.
He's Burns.
He's garbage. I'm fucking done with this fucking defense. Cam Hayward's the only fucking good guy on the defensive line. Then you have no fucking linebackers because Ryan Shazier can't fucking tackle correctly and got hurt. Fucking bum. And then we have no secondary. What the Do you not see a fucking sign? It says
That was the worst timing of all time. That was the worst. What the? That was the worst. That was the best timing of all time. Oh my god, it's great.
Look at my boo-boo.
So, guys,
You shove that boo-boo straight up your ass!
chill. All right. So back to the Steelers game. So you guys know, if you didn't hear that rant that George went on for like 5 minutes, the Steelers lost it 21-24. I won $30 on this game because I knew the Steelers were going to lose this game, so I gambled.
Yeah, I mean, I know it too. I called it.
Like they always play down in the competition. Like,
Yep.
are we wrong? They always lose to bad teams.
Mike Tomlin.
You mean like how the Patriots do?
Why, you literally, all you do is you're a player's coach that can't fucking actually coach a team. That's what I'm thinking. They can't fucking find an offensive coordinator worth shit. Randy Fitchner is a fucking bum. At least he's better than Todd Haley, Mr. Oh, it's 3rd and 17? Let me throw a wide receiver screen. You bum ass. No wonder you got fired from Cleveland, you stupid fuck. Anyways, and then
Holy crap,
Keith
now I can
Butler,
tell George is from Boston.
Keith
What
Butler
the
is a
hell?
garbage ass bullshit fucking defensive coordinator. I don't get why we ever lost LeBeau. I'm fucking. Who the fuck is making the coaching decisions for this fucking team?
The owner?
Especially the no, I know that, but that's not the point. Like, I don't understand how the fuck that you get a player's coach and then you get shitty coordinators. You need if you
And Mike
if
Tomlin's
you're gonna
being
get if
pretty
you're
crappy as a player's coach.
if you're going to be a player's coach, if you're going to get a player's coach, is fine, but you need scheme. You need guys who can develop it. You need coordinators that can develop a scheme and be very scheme-oriented, rather to the player's coach, and then they combine together.
And the fact that Mike Tomlin is kind of a pussy with the players.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. He's a player's coach. He's always going to diverge towards the players because he's a fucking pussy bitch.
I bet he sucks off Antonio every night.
I mean, it kind of feels like that.
I'm sorry, Daddy Antonio. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, like he always takes it easy with the veterans and the stars because he doesn't want to get them in trouble. But like whenever a practice squad player fucking like came in late, you'll see him. They'll say he gets cut. Like, fucking, you need to have a standard. you need to have a straight up standard, and you can't be losing to bum ass teams named the Raiders, who don't even have a player on the team except for Derek Carr, who's been shit. Derek Carr has played like shit because he has nobody around him because Gruden traded him all, and they're trying to tank, and you can't even let them do that fucking right.
True.
I'm done with this fucking team. 3 straight losses. You are up 23-7 on the Chargers, and you let their bum asses come back. Phillip Rivers can eat a dick. I'm fucking done with this team. And then in the week before, you throw in the end zone, you throw a pick to a defensive tackle. How the fuck do you throw a pick to a defensive tackle?
Watch them beat the Patriots next week.
And it's not like it even got deflected. The fat ass just jumped up and caught it. Okay? How the fuck do you throw a pick to a D tackle?
I don't know.
I don't understand. James Conner, I know you got hurt, but like, stop fucking fumbling the ball. Antonio Brown, stop being a diva ass. Get your ass open. Juju, you're the only fucking person on our team that's doing shit. And fucking fire Keith Butler. That's all I got. That's what I gotta say.
And that was Rants with George. Thank you, George, for that input.
All right, so. Let's move on to the Rams game so you don't get more of that. The Rams and Bears played Sunday night. And
that was shocking.
I was not shocked. I kind of called it.
I could feel that in the last 2 Sunday night football games, I'm not going to go on another rant, but in the last 2 Sunday night football games, the underdog has come out the winner.
Is it me, or do both the Rams and the Chiefs look shaky?
Oh, I mean,
and the Saints now look shaky.
The Saints look a little shaky too. Let's see. The Chiefs almost lost to the Ravens this past week. Although did you see that look away that no look pass?
Patrick Mahomes.
That was a god. I watched that live when we were playing football, and like my best friend is like a huge Chiefs fan. Not my best friend, but anyways, he's a huge huge Chiefs fan. He has like a Chiefs flag that he owns. You shut your fucking mouth. Okay? Why don't you shove Trump's toupee straight up your fucking ass?
God,
anyway,
chill.
Let's
Trump might watch this.
Let's go back to my point. Is like. So I watched that play live, dude. That was some shit, dude. He fucking fired that in there. But anyways, so the Chiefs almost lost. You see the Patriots lost. They're a contending team.
Thanks.
Well, it's what I've been saying. I feel like all of these teams that should be contenders have been shaky this season.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and it's weird because even in all aspects of most of the major leagues, including football, I feel like. Including college football, I mean, I feel like Saints have me worried coming to the last final stretch of the season. The Rams have been shaky. The Bears are on the rise. The Bears are going to be good.
Honestly,
the Cowboys are going to be good heading into the playoffs.
The Bears, I say so. I don't know how it's gonna be like a toss up for them. They're gonna make it really far in the playoffs.
Oh, they're not. They're going to lose first round.
Yeah, so you think they're losing?
No, I said either they're gonna make it far or they're gonna lose first round.
One of the best.
I don't know. It's just how they
I
play.
feel like Matt Nagy is one of the best coaches in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think he's really underrated on what he's done with Mitchell Trubisky's progression. You know, Chase Daniel, we know is fucking garbage QB, and we saw how one person can change an entire fucking team.
I mean, team was
we saw how
trash last year.
One person can change an entire fucking team. And good job for the Bears knowing that guy could transform our team and giving up the picks to get him. What a fucking bum ass John Gruden is. How the hell do you get rid of your fucking best player, you stupid bitch?
I know that he goes. He's like, we need a pass rush.
Yeah, no, I know. Like 3 weeks later, he's like, oh yeah. Well, you know what? It's hard to find a great. You know what's hard to find a good. It's hard to find a pass rusher. You fucking have the best one in the league. The best one in the
Debatably
league.
the best one in the league.
Fucking at me. Khalil Mack is the best fucking pass rusher in the fucking league. Von Miller is close, but he's not. Khalil Mack is the best.
Von Miller needs to leave
Denver?
Denver.
I don't know about. He's gonna stay in Denver just because everybody in Denver loves him.
That's true.
Let's get this straight. Everybody in Denver loves fucking Von Miller. No matter how much quarterback problems they have, they know that they can always fall back on.
Who's the coach now in Denver?
It's
Vance
still
Joseph.
Yeah. So back to the Bears game. I heard a stat about the Bears. It's like when the opposing team scores less than 24 points, they're 9-0. When the opposing team scores more than 24 points, they're 0-4. So it's just like if the Bears are gonna win, they have to.
On their defense.
Yeah,
it all rests on their defense. Let's put this straight up. It all rests on their defense.
Which is why I think they're not gonna make the Super Bowl.
No, because it's becoming an offensive league. Did y'all watch the Cowboys game where there were like 3 roughing the passer calls with the quarterback barely got hit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to work towards the Bears defense because they are a heavy blitz defense.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the NFL and really football as a whole.
I think all sports as a whole, like
it's becoming a very offensive minded.
Offensive minded everything. You see
even in NBA,
in basketball, like the rising, especially the rise of the 3-pointers. Yeah. That's getting more.
You can't
offense.
Defend anymore. You can't hit anyone.
You can't defend it. Baseball, the home run ball. Oh my, the home run ball.
I will say some of the defensive players coming out of college these days are pretty.
I know,
impressive.
and you saw like Benintendi coming out of. I mean, let's say the Red Sox have the best defensive outfield in the entire fucking league. Yeah. But beyond that, like this has become an entire. Everybody is going offense, flashy plays.
And I don't have a problem with that, except football was made to be a defensive-driven game, and you're messing with the fundamentals of the game.
Yeah.
When you have refs and you have leagues that decide, hey, we want high-scoring games. I don't know about you, but a lot of hardcore football fans don't like high-scoring football games.
Yeah.
They just don't. They
like
the defense.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with baseball, right?
Yeah, baseball.
Baseball guys, the old professional guys, they want to see a good pitcher's duel. They want to see starters going into the 8th. They don't want to see this fucking bullpen shit. What the fuck is a bullpen? You'll see
now you see bullpen guys starting games.
What the fuck is a bullpen?
Back to your point about old heads liking smaller games. I like both. I like high scoring games and also like low scoring games. Like that one game, the Rams versus Chiefs game.
Yeah, but you want the games to at least be competitive. These high scoring games aren't even competitive.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the Rams and Chiefs game. That was like 55-54. That was
crazy.
Awesome.
That's game of the year.
But my thing is too. I did not like that there was very little defense in that game. That was also my problem with that game.
Against the Rams defense that
Oh yeah,
no, but
George was the one masturbating to previously.
Don't make me fucking beat your ass. Anyways, there was a pick. There was a couple of pick sixes. There were some fumbles. There was some defense in the game. There was defensive scoring in that game.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all fucking offense. Even though the score said it was all offense, there was some defense in there. There was defense making flashy plays.
And I will say this past game last night with the Seahawks and Vikings. There was a good even-handed. The first half was all defense. Yeah. I mean, went to halftime 3-0. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But I will say, towards the end, it was a very entertaining game.
Yeah.
But that's an outlier compared to the rest of.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is becoming offense. It depends on everything because especially casual fans. Casual fans think that offense is the offense is the best because it's the flashy. It's the thing you want to see. Like it's same thing, kind of like boxing. You don't want to see a fight that goes for 15 rounds and ends up being like a no decision.
Well, that's not why they're limiting it to like 5, 6, 7 rounds.
I know. You want to see somebody knock the shit out of somebody else.
But you don't want the game to end right away either.
Right, I know.
You don't want
to go 4 rounds with a couple of big punches, some big ass knockdown, and then in the 4th round somebody knocks the shit out of somebody.
And that's why I think wrestling's coming back. Like the WWE is coming back.
Right, because people want to
see action. People want to see. They don't want to see.
Even though it's fake ass bullshit.
Yeah, it's fake, but at the same time, it's entertaining as hell.
Right. Yeah,
like
I'll agree with that. It is entertaining. I'll give them that.
I'll say, people don't want to see 2 guys standing boxing and they're just walking around each other.
I think that's the other reason MMA is coming up as well.
I love MMA.
It's because people don't want to see.
And even boxing now is coming back. fighting as a general sport is becoming big again.
Well, yeah, that's because
It's because MMA is revived.
right. MMA is reviving.
The UFC has.
And I think the other thing is that not all boxing matches are on pay-per-view anymore.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
It's no longer for the rich.
You'll see a
Ric
fight.
Flair drip.
You'll see a fight on ESPN. Ric Flair is fucking wrestler, you bum ass. You'll see fights on ESPN
What's
or
boxing?
Fox Sports.
Yeah, you have Glory Boxing now on.
Exactly. Like,
And it's good.
yeah.
Like, and fighting is one of those things where, if I get there are some people that don't like it because
Right.
it is a very brutal,
very violent.
and they are
These people are
putting
pussies.
well, no,
Yes, they
They-
are.
pussy.
it's a very brutal sport, but at the same time, it's entertaining as
It's
hell,
entertaining
and
as
people
fuck, yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Like, I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if I could take it being there live,
Yeah.
but like watching on TV is one of the most
Well,
entertaining
like that's
things.
my dad still likes to watch wrestling because of it's entertaining. People want to see somebody beat the shit out of somebody, and it's fun to see the storylines. I think that's what.
And
there
there is quite a bit of ad libbing too in the WWE. Like, it's not
exactly
all
right. I know.
Yeah.
I think that if some more sports develop storyline, like I heard about this, it's this. There's this league that's going on. I don't remember what it is actually
Is it the
called.
XFL?
But no, it's not fucking XFL.
Vince
Right.
McMahon.
No, but
Stop.
it's where you can get on your phone and they give you 4 decisions and you get to call the offensive play for the football team off your phone and then they'll actually run that fucking play.
Is it indoor?
I don't know exactly
Arena
what it
That's
is.
a good idea, bad
I
idea.
heard about it, but like that's a cool ass system
That's
because
fun.
It's a cool
allowing.
system,
be
but I
fun.
feel like that takes away a lot of the authenticity of it.
Yeah, okay, but it was not supposed to be a main league.
True.
It's supposed to be something you can go and follow, especially if you have a lot of football knowledge. You can go in. You can be a part of the decision. Because they want you to feel more involved. I think that now you have evolving fan bases that want to feel more involved.
Yeah, but it's like baseball was made to be a fan-involved sport. Like,
Exactly.
you look at the way it used to be. Like, even back in the 70s and 80s, the bleachers were up closer.
Right.
There used to not be a divine
and you'll
thing.
see it. You see, especially in older movies, throw it back. And this season, when Giancarlo hit a home run in Fenway, and they threw it back and hit him right in the fucking knee or something. That was hilarious.
Or even in basketball, it used to be a lot more fan involved with the game than it is now.
And I think that sports needs to get more evolved, kind of evolve more to get more fan involvement. And I think that might bring
the
more
NFL
people.
is actively doing that more, especially with their draft.
Why do you think that sports video games are so popular?
They need to bring back NCAA football.
Okay, yeah, obviously, but
Oh,
you see,
yes,
two-
that was the best.
2K is huge.
Oh, 2K is
Ma-
big.
2K is
MLB The
Madden is
Show
huge.
is
MLB The
huge.
Show is, I think, it has the best graphics out of the 3.
Yeah.
And
I've
all
had
those
issues
video
with the past few Madden games.
Yeah, I
because-
mean, Madden's kind of getting boring because I'm a franchise player. I love playing franchise. That's my favorite part of doing the fucking thing. But anyways, beyond that, it's because people want to they don't want to just sit down and watch it anymore. They want to be a part of the action.
They want to, even if they
that's
can't play it with their bodies, they want to be.
Exactly.
They want to feel like they're.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that something needs to. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but this problem is that people nowadays, like, it just because. It's been involved where people want to get involved. People want to be able to be a part of it or not be a part
And
of
that's
it.
why I
do
like
something
you have
else.
a lot more. They're giving more power, especially in 2K with GM mode.
Oh, dude,
like that's
that
so
shit's
important.
fun. Actually, I want 2K. I'm asked for 2K19 for my.
I think
Christmas, but-
GM mode needs to be the next focus in 2K.
I mean, but everybody's playing My Park and whatnot. Like,
True.
but like, see, for like for I know for guys like us, we just want to play. We want to play as the teams. We want to do that kind of shit. But I think it'd be so like you just want to be involved. You want to be able to think that.
And
hey,
FIFA is now getting bigger too.
I made a difference in my team being successful. That's all you want to fucking be able to do. I want to be a part of the reason that the Red Sox won the 2018 MLB World Series. I want to be a reason that the Knicks come back.
We need to take.
I want to be a reason.
And I don't like. And I'm not a huge soccer fan, but we need to take a page book out of European soccer, because their fans are super involved.
Super fucking involved.
In almost everything they do.
That's why. See, this is why I love doing shit like this, because I get to feel like I'm involved. I get to express my opinions on my team and shit around the entire sports.
In England, people surround team buses.
Yeah, I know.
They throw things. They actively.
My favorite.
They actively get their voices heard.
I know.
And to be fair, it does go a little too far because there's a lot of riots and crap.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
but then again, like in the Eagles thing, they didn't get to do anything with the Eagles, but the Eagles fans are eating horse shit. So,
yeah, that was weird.
Oh my, that was weird. I don't know why.
I mean, okay, but Philly fans are kind of like they threw snowballs at Santa. Like,
I'm sorry for you people that like Rocky, but Philly's kind of weird.
Yeah, Philly fans are cunts. So let's go ahead. You guys want to move on to NBA?
NBA?
Yeah, NBA. Let's do it.
All right, I got. The fuck are the Knicks doing, man? What is Fizdale? Fizdale is about to blow himself. Like, you gave Frank like no minutes, then 3 DNPs. Then in the next the next game he got like 1 minute and he had like a +7 helpful differential. I don't remember exactly what he's called. Then in the game after that you gave him 20 minutes. He scored 18 points. And then you had Kevin Knox scoring 26 points, 15 rebounds, a double-double. Looked fucking awesome. What the fuck are you doing? Why would you know? Okay, the Knicks should trying to tank. The Knicks are fucking bad. They're terrible.
Yeah, they're bad.
When you have Mario Hezonja getting fucking big minutes.
Does tanking work in the NBA like it used to?
Not as much as it used to.
Because
but
I think you should now. Because like the Warriors are so good. Like, what are they trying to,
Yeah, but what's your goal? If you think the Warriors are so good, what's tanking gonna do?
I don't think
you better for the future.
Okay, let's not. I don't want to see even see the Knicks tank. I want them to win. I don't get why you wouldn't put your young guys on the court. Put your young guys. Who the fuck gives a shit about 33-year-old Courtney Lee getting on the court?
Courtney Lee shouldn't be in the NBA.
Courtney Lee needs to get it fucking out. Okay, like why does it get? Who gives a shit about him getting minutes? I don't get why our starting lineup should be. It should be Frank Ntilikina, Tim Hardaway, or is Tim Hardaway and give Alonzo Trier 6-man. Then you have Kevin Knox on the court, and then you have Noah Vonleh, and you have Mitchell Robinson, and you have Nez Kanter also coming off the bench. That's what it needs to be. Porzingis is hurt.
Oh, I don't keep up with it.
That's what it needs to be. That's what your fucking thing should be looking like. It shouldn't be Hezonja the starting small forward.
Hezonja shouldn't even be on the fucking roster.
Hezonja is fucking garbage.
Hezonja was a bum.
Hezonja was a bum.
The 5th pick in the draft.
By the Magic.
By the Magic. That's not surprising. Magic don't know how to draft right. Ever since Dwight Howard got traded, they've been completely garbage. They actually had a good team. Like after they traded him, like for the first 2 years.
Aaron Gordon is looking decent,
but his talent's gonna be wasted. Let's be real.
I know. Well, obviously, he's on the fucking Magic.
And Nikola
Vucevic.
Yeah, his talents are wasted too. I mean, he's a way better player than what he's producing.
I think, but I don't get why David Fizdale is fucking starting these bum ass old people. What is the point?
I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe like develop. I don't really understand that.
Develop with our young guys not getting minutes.
I don't know what he's doing. I'm just trying to think of something.
Develop people. They need to be on the fucking court. Alonzo Trier is looking like a good ass undrafted pick, and he's getting a shit ton of minutes. But you can't fucking leave Frank Ntilikina doing nothing.
I mean, Frank Ntilikina, I think if he gets more development, I think he's gonna be a lot better.
If he can, he just needs to be able to deal out assists and hit a 3 when needed.
Yeah.
If he can fucking do that and play, I mean, he's a fucking great defensive guy. Look, his defense.
That's what he was drafted for. Let's be real.
That's what he was drafted for. If he can just get let's say 7 assists and 10 points, if he can just do that, it's competent. It's competent. Okay, and then you draft a point guard. You draft a young point guard. Then you have Porzingis coming back. I know they're gonna get rid of Canner. Mitchell Robinson's looking looking good. I mean, in his development stages, this could be a young team where you have Frank as like a 6-man kind of guy that doesn't score a lot. You could have you need to draft a 1. Then you have Tim Hardaway at the 2 because they give him a big ass contract. If Kevin Knox can keep going, you have him at the 3. Then you have Porzingis at the 4, and if Mitchell Robinson can keep progressing, he can be at the 5. And then you also have guys like Alonzo Trier and Frank Ntilikina who can come off the bench. That's not fucking half bad. You just need, and then you get another star in the offseason. Let's say if you move Porzingis to the 5, Knox to the 4, you could have Kevin Durant at the 3. And you can end up getting him in New York, and then you have Hardaway at 2 and somebody else at the 1. That's a good ass team.
That's pretty good.
I don't know if that's gonna be overcome the Warriors.
Oh no, it's not.
But
No.
that's a playoff team. That's maybe like a 6, 7, 8 seed team. That's better than what
George, do you
doing.
take something that keeps your mouth ready?
Probably. I do.
There's one team that I want to talk about that could be a playoff team this season, and I would not ever guessed it. The Sacramento Kings, 14-12.
I mean, they've been on the come up the past few
They're
seasons.
in the 6th season, and I know there's one player I think on this team that's really helping them out. It's not De'Aaron Fox. It's Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield.
I think Buddy Hield is
so
going to
good.
develop to
like,
a star.
Honestly.
Like,
I'm
Kobe
not-
Bryant was right. Kobe Bryant was completely right.
Yeah. I mean, let's just hope he can learn how to fucking pass the ball. But other than that,
Man, I'm genuinely surprised with the Mavericks.
dude, Luka Doncic looking like a fucking god.
Is he carrying them this year, or are they just?
No, there's
Or
other
they,
players.
are a
He's
lot
not
of their young
completely
players last
Dennis
year
Smith
they
is
got
becoming better.
have gotten better?
Dennis Smith Jr. has looked really good. Him and Luka have been really gelling.
DeAndre
Then you have
Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan at the 5.
Except no one really likes DeAndre Jordan. Like
Uh-huh.
there's
Duh,
been
because-
reports of a lot of stuff.
Okay,
behind
but
the
let's
scenes.
just take talent. He's a good rim protecting 5,
Yeah.
right? If you can fit a good 3, and you have Wesley Matthews, you have what's his fucking name?
Oh, for Harrison
the
Barnes?
Mavs. Yeah, Harrison Barnes. You have Wesley Matthews, Harrison Barnes. That's a decent team. That could be an 8 seed. I mean, I know the West is really hard to contend with, but that could be an 8 seed.
I mean, the fact that they beat the Rockets twice. What the fuck has happened with the Rockets?
Chris Paul's getting older, and they lost some of their big pieces. Trevor Ariza, one of the better 3-and-D guys in the league. Yeah, I know he's old, but I don't get why they wouldn't fucking go. They went and got Melo, but they couldn't re-sign Trevor Ariza because they didn't want to go with the cap. If you want to win a championship, you have to go over the cap. You saw what happened to the Oklahoma City Thunder when they decided not to sign James Harden over the cap. And guess what happened? They fucking fell out. Kevin Durant left, and now they're left with Russell Westbrook and Paul George, which is not going to win a championship. And I know Steven Adams, they got him out of the trade, but would you rather have James Harden or would you rather have Steven Adams?
Oh, if you say Steven Adams, you're a fucking idiot.
Steven Adams is a good rim I mean, he's a good 5, but he can't fucking
Do you see
score.
what he did to Patrick Beverly a couple years ago? God
Goddamn.
damn.
But let's just that could have been the next dynasty, and instead they fucking decided that they didn't want to go over the cap, and they lost it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel honestly, and I despise the Thunder.
Matt.
Separate story. Me and Chris had an old youth pastor who's this giant
And we always trolled him.
OKC fan.
His name on my phone is Kevin Durant lover. He would always
Long
do
story
not-
short, me and him used to troll him,
They're not-
and he was like, within the next 5 years, it's been like 2 years now. He's like, within the next 5 years, we're gonna win the whatever. We're gonna win the championship. No, they're not. I'm sorry to all you
No.
OKC fans,
Bro,
you're not.
During our sermons,
But
he
I
would
will
go
say,
like, it'd be fucking-
I thought Paul George would have done better this season.
Okay, this season he's actually been good. If you looked at his stats, he's been even with Westbrook out, he was almost better than.
Yeah.
Well, duh.
Well, yeah, because Westbrook's a ball hog.
Well, we know
Pretty
that stat.
No, he's not triple double. This is that. They're
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about
hear
Mr.
that.
Stat Pad.
I don't want to hear
Okay?
that. No, we don't
But
want to hear that.
Still, like you can't. Who do they have playing the 2?
Terrence Ferguson. That's literally Terrence Ferguson.
Who? What's his name again?
Well, and who do they play in the 4? Because not Serge.
I think it's Patrick. No, it's not Patrick Patterson. It's
Like they have 3 players, and that's it. It kind of seems like they have 3 players, and they don't have a lot of other. I want to talk about Pascal Siakam, looking hella good this season. I'm not gonna lie. There's not a lot of good power forwards in the NBA anymore, but Pascal Siakam looking good. Other than that, Nick Young got signed to the Nuggets.
dude, that's gonna be lit.
That is
Can't
gonna be.
wait.
I mean, I'm sorry he's in Denver, but
I mean, the
I
Nuggets.
don't get how it took him this long to get signed.
You know who I'm still? You know how earlier this season I said Board's not gonna finish first seed. I stand by the statement. Portland will still finish first seed.
I no longer think Warriors are gonna be first seed. I think they're gonna be top 3.
Yeah, well, obviously, and they're gonna make a good playoff run. Let's put it out there. Warriors still the best team.
Will Lakers be a high seed
No.
or will they be a low seed?
Nope. I still won't believe they're gonna be a high seed, just because they have so many young players that I think they're gonna have a slump
Eventually.
And LeBron can't be putting. LeBron is not. He's getting up there in age. I don't think he.
I want to see what he has left. I want to see. I know everyone's so concerned about overplaying him. My thing is, if he's so great, I want to see him play his fucking heart out.
Yeah.
I want to see him in LA give everything he's got.
He can't give everything he's got every night if he wants to keep going. I mean, think about it. He's at, 33 years of age?
34.
34. He's old.
He's reaching.
He's getting up there.
I feel like
in the next 2 years, he's going to fall off. That's what
within the next 2 years,
Which is
they're going to fall off where he's going to, out of his own will, retire.
Yeah.
Because he's happy. He likes LA.
Yep.
He went there purposely because that's where he wants to retire.
Yep. And I think that if they can get another star, if he doesn't have to carry all the load, he's still going to be a good NBA player.
Did you hear
But if he has to
LeBron
carry all
inquired
the
about
load-
bringing Melo over to the Lakers?
Yeah.
LeBron wants Melo.
LeBron.
That will be a disaster.
LeBron wants everything he wants. But I mean, there's been some reports coming out there about a potential Anthony Davis to the Lakers trade.
Ooh, that would be.
That would be some good
The
shit.
Pelicans would be shit as fuck.
No, but the Pelicans are gonna get some draft picks, and I think Lonzo was included in the deal.
Not gonna keep Lonzo. LeBron loves Lonzo.
No, I know that. But let's just I mean, there's some reports.
If anything, I think they're gonna trade Kuzma over Lonzo. If they were, they're gonna trade one. They're gonna trade one of them.
Yeah.
They
have to. That's and I don't see why they wouldn't trade Josh Hart. He hasn't been looking that great at all.
Brandon Ingram could be traded.
Ingram could be traded as well. He hasn't lived up to his full potential, although I still think he's gonna be a good player.
I could see Ingram with the Pelicans.
I can
honestly.
see Ingram in the Pelicans. I think that was also a part of the deal that they were going to have to give Ingram and Lonzo.
I think the Lakers have the assets to be able to get Anthony Davis.
And
It's
it
just
was
gonna take a lot
a
of convincing.
3-team trade. I think there was another team involved with the trade.
Like, I think it's gonna take a lot of convincing. Trust me. Like, they're not gonna just give Anthony Davis up for a couple.
Oh,
players.
no.
Yeah, but it was supposed
Has
to be
Anthony Davis really
players and
been
draft
that good
picks.
since? I'm not saying
Okay.
but since he
Anthony
shaved.
Davis is one of the best players in the league.
No, I know he is. I'm just saying, the past season has he lived up to what he
always
has
has.
done in the
He
past?
always
He
does.
always has. He's fucking. Who's on his team? Drew Holiday.
No one.
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday's not bad.
He carries the
Drew Holiday's not
Pelicans.
bad, but he's at number 3. He's at 3. He can't be the second guy. Drew Holiday is not a second guy on a team. He just can't be.
No,
He's a good point guard. He kind of reminds me of who's the fucker out of in Denver? Jamal Murray. Like, he reminds me of Jamal Murray. He's not gonna be a number 2 guy. He's not gonna be the next guy after Jokic. Denver has to get somebody else if they want to really contend.
I mean, Drew Holiday just has
Drew
good games.
Holiday is good. I'm not contending that. Drew Holiday is fucking good, but he's not. They have to get if they're gonna keep Anthony Davis, they have to get somebody else. They have to get a Paul George type player. I'm not saying Paul George, but they have to get that kind of player.
What do y'all think about the Cleveland trade with George Hill?
Well, they gave up George Hill for a first and a second round pick.
Yeah.
That's fine. The Bucks needed a player, and their draft picks are not going to be good. Giannis is one of my favorite players in the NBA right now, and he is a fucking star.
Are the Bucks going to go far in the playoffs?
Yes. I think they could be a top 3 seed in the East. I think the top 3 teams.
Well, it's just the East is so bad that.
Well, there's 4 top tier teams in the East. You have the Boston Celtics. You have who are on a 6-game winning streak. Let's remind everybody they're on a 6-game winning streak. They're finally looking like they're getting it together. You have the Sixers with Ben Simmons, Jimmy Buckets, and JoJo. Right? You have those 3. And then you have Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry and Jonas Valanciunas in Toronto.
I still think Toronto's going to win.
Which I think is going to win
the
the 1 seed. It's between.
I'm sorry, Chris, but
I mean,
we have to call it as it is.
I think I think the Toronto Raptors could win the East. Like that's honestly my pick right now is Toronto Raptors to win the East. I think that any of those 4 teams could end up in the East in the East Conference Championship. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think any other team can contend. The Bucks.
Do you think
the Raptors,
an East team will win a championship this year? Or do you think it's going to be a West team?
It's gonna be West.
It's gonna be the Warriors, buddy.
See, I'm not convinced anymore with the Warriors.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel
when Steph Curry gets back. I mean, I know he's been back.
I mean, he lost even with them back. So
if Steph Curry can get back to what he was doing in the early season, I mean, Steph Curry's fucking balling. Let's put this out here. Steph Curry was balling. Okay.
True, but they don't have the other players don't have the buy-in that they once did.
I know
because KD's causing all this discord.
KD's causing, but I think they'll get it together in the playoffs. I honestly I don't know. It's not. It was supposed to be 100%. It's not 100% anymore. No. But I think there are good teams in the West. But I just don't know if any. I mean,
when is DeMarcus Cousins supposed to come back?
I don't know.
Like in January.
But
January. God.
You're talking about the Portland Trailblazers, and they have Dame Dalla, and they have C.J. McCollum, but who the fuck else is on Portland? Who else is in Portland? You said Nurkic?
Yusuf Nurkic. He's decent.
He's
at
decent.
Times.
But
They have a lot of shooters.
They have a lot of shooters. Maybe, do you think they could trade some of their shooters for
I think
for some 76ers? I mean, I know not everybody wants to get Markelle Fultz on their team right now, but I think that they could. They could get Fultz in the first rounder for one of their shooters or something.
Maybe. I mean,
because honestly, I think the 76ers are done with Fultz. I know I would be.
They've been done with them.
I don't know what's going on there. He could be one.
I know what happened.
I know Stephen A. is going off on this. He's the worst bust in NBA history, and we don't know that yet. But he's a fucking bust. The funny thing is they traded up 3 spots. They traded up 2 spots.
If he just adjusts his throwing motion.
Well, they're saying he's having a shoulder injury. That he has to get.
But when he comes back from
reports came out this week that he had like a pinched. I think
there's reports every week coming out about him. Different things happening.
I mean, there was the motorcycle crash thing, which we don't know if. I don't think that's true.
I don't believe anything.
There's some sketchy stuff going on.
There's some sketchy. There's
in the Phillies. I mean, not the Phillies. In Philadelphia.
In Philly. Yeah, I mean, it be like that sometimes.
Like I don't know why, but the Philly media, there's some sketchy. Like there's a lot of leaked reports.
There's something that went on with Markelle Fultz, and I don't know what. Honestly, this is gonna be interesting, and I think that Philly is done with Fultz, and that a team like exactly the same thing with Ntilikina. It looked like the Knicks were done with Frank, and then and teams were vying for him. So I think that maybe if he gets traded, if he gets into another situation, he might have some better luck.
Yeah. So I think this is gonna be in the show right here. We do not have a lot of time left, so we're gonna go ahead and end the show here. It's our first episode, so this is a great show.
First episode. We're gonna air this on YouTube, see how it does, see if people like it. It's gonna be on Venom Slices.
Yeah,
Faggot
make
Venom
sure you
Slice.
shut up. Make sure you guys subscribe.
I stream daily.
Okay, I'm in the show.
Yeah, I stream daily Venom Slices. Right. Wait, no.
See you guys later.
See y'all later. Well, we won't see you, but
I'll see you guys later. Shut the fuck up.